Oh, he's going to go for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Looking for room. It's Roberts. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Knocked off his feet.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for him.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds his man down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a grab and go for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Vasco. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking downfield, it's Vasco. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Got a lot of running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes it past the marker. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Got his man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Dropping back, it's Basco. Slings it downfield. It's complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Offense set on first down. Let's go. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
North Carolina, 17.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Quarterback adapting. He chucks one out to the right. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
North Carolina, 17.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And the Buckeyes take over 1st and 10.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Got the quick completion. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pounding, pounding, pounding. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a crease to the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The toss sweep to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Fuentes. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Off
offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Wants to throw on second down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Using his legs to buy some time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
4th and short, a lot. What's coming? I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to run it to the right. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air. It's Vasco. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by 11 to UCLA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To the air, it's Vasco. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Finds his man, and they convert. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
Down 55 weak.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ohio State 42, North Carolina 17.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over first and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Scanning the field, it's Vasco. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalized not only... but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, UNC!
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jeff.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the Tar Heels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Looking to throw, it's Fuentes. Unloads it downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning he's taking the shot. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete. We haven't seen that happen too often today.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Roberts. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
North Carolina, 38.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
The running back has it. Running toward the tape. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Got his man quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the air, it's Vasco. Throws to the tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
On the set.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 56, North Carolina 38.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break.
Cricket.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. They go to the ground. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Give him 6 on the play, they'll mark it at the 9.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing in his pads.
On the option. The pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
63, North Carolina, 38.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel it later.
4-2 Spider.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Gets it inside the 10. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Comes out throwing on first down. Steps away to find some room. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
3-25.
Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. No.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
North Carolina, 45.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have...
Can anyone catch him? And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is just getting torched right now, and Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game, look, I know that, but this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 15 to Utah. We'll circle back if anything changes.